ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay,
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, The second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Finding room at the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards to pick up there. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Elliott. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Number 45.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought
just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
That one goes for 24 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Slam. Alert 3. Check. Go Mike 50.
Quickly completed to the right flat. 7 yards, the pickup there. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
16-yard line.
Check. Lucky.
They run. This is Cohen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That gain on third down, good for 28.
First down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at second down. This is Elliott. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now, Bengals on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Now back to throw. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Gronk's first catch, good for a first down. Now And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
If you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. A quick throw out left, that's caught. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
Jason Myers for the
bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put him to good use on that one.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Oliver.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight. Max 50, Max 50, Max 50. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
The tackle made.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
39-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to launch it for Washington. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
First down, a run with Cohen. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Check 50, check 50.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And some room to maneuver. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Dolphins 31, Bengals 6.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 60 yards.
The Bengal first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First and goal, Cincinnati.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on third and goal? They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. On the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.